Hello, welcome back. This is day 2 of the 30 Songs in 30 Days challenge, and we are immediately mellowing out compared to yesterday. This submission is a little bit slower. I am also in a hotel in Turkey at the moment. I just went full Tom Scott there. Sorry, moving on. A question that has been asked of me a couple times this year is, how do you come up with different ideas each day? The answer to that question boils down to having a reference track. Going into this submission, for example, I'd spent the day listening to quite a lot of The Vaccines. It was an album that I had on CD in my first car, so I have a lot of good memories with that album, and I know it far more than I'd care to admit. Now, as much as The Vaccines are known for their high energy, high octane songs, I actually gravitate more to the more mellow songs on that album, which is sort of the likes of Wetsuit, Norgard, All in White, Family Friend. I think those are phenomenal songs, and going into day 2, I decided to try and emulate the energy of those songs. I'm going to go for a keyboard bass because, for whatever reason, my bass is making some awful noises, and it's just too late in the day to be figuring out why that is. As you can hear from the get-go, I've started with some clean guitars. I didn't even bother with any of my crunch amp nonsense this time around. You know, I went in with stock Logic plugins, first of all with some chords. It's simply E, C, and D, I believe. And then for a second layer, I just went up the octave and just came up with some chord voicings for, you know, a simple lead. And then when it came to the drum beat, I think this is possibly where I referenced a little bit too hard. I may have taken the piss a bit here and just yoinked the drum part from Family Friend. I mean, I will leave it to you to decide how much I've ripped off the drum part here, but I think it worked for my song. Yeah, okay. Now, I must say that lyrically speaking, and the way the lyrics and the way the vocals have been mixed in this song, I think that's where the similarities stop. My voice and the singer of The Vaccines' voice are very different, and the way I ended up mixing these vocals completely derailed my submission from the reference track, which I think is a good thing in the end, because I didn't want it to just be a mindless Vaccine rip-off, you know? If you enjoyed this sort of style of content, then do consider subscribing. As you can see, these videos are being uploaded far more frequently than my usual weekly upload schedule. I've got to power through 30 songs in 30 days, so I'm going to make sure that I am making these videos, chasing the progress I'm making with the challenge as quickly as possible. We are not doing what we did in 2024. I want every single submission in video form, ideally, hopefully, by the end of November. Let's see if I stick to that. So if you want to find out if I do stick to that, then do consider subscribing. Aside from that though, I will leave you with the full song submission. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
When the earth shatters and weeps, like the walls when they crumble in, stack it high with branches and leaves, light the pyre.